Welcome back. Another technique review, a little video analysis for our good friend, member of, I don't know if she's a member of Gifted Barbell Club. I think eventually she could get there to where she would compete in weightlifting, but I don't know if she's there yet. Sydney is more of a hybrid athlete. She does some strength stuff, really strong squat, bench, deadlift, pretty darn good in the clean and jerk, as you're going to see here. And her snatch is coming along nicely as well. So these are going to be two videos today, a before and after, with about Sydney's going to correct me on this, 3 weeks in between. I think these two videos, some small corrections that we'll make. We're going to look at this before video first, and then we'll see those corrections carry over into the after video. Despite the fact that these look like different weights, remember this is shot at a CrossFit gym where the plates are mix and match madness. So it is the same weight in both. I believe this is a 115 or a 125 clean and jerk. 115, 125 clean and jerk at a body weight of around 62, 63 kilos. So coming up on that body weight clean and jerk. Before I started recording, let's see if I can tilt my camera before, things are falling. That's a nice towel right there. I dumped like a half a gallon of water on my keyboard. Does anyone know iMac keyboards? Are they water resistant? If they are water resistant, how water resistant are they? Okay, just kidding. Let's get into this video now. All right. I am going to move this out of the way. I have remembered to mute it this time, so you guys won't get blasted with sound. We're going to play it through one time at full speed, and then we'll break it down from there. Oh, it's powerful. Girl's got some power. All right, so it's a traditional, hey, do a squat clean. Hey, I can't. All I know how to do is power clean. What are we going to do to fix that? I'm going to break it down step by step like we always do. Start position, I don't mind here. Just start position doesn't make me want to punch myself in the face. What makes me want to punch myself in the face is how this video is shot. Like, this is a great wall behind her. It's fantastic. Maybe it needs another paint job. There's some like exposed holes there that you can see. But I would say I need to see less of the wall that's behind you and more of like, actual you. That's like a good way to start a weightlifting video. Is like if I can see the person who's lifting weights. But nonetheless, this is what we have to work with. What do we like to see? A 45-degree front-facing angle. We've got a fully from the side angle. Sid, I love you. Fix the way you take your videos. Thanks. All right, start position. Frame by frame through here. Where does she actually break the ground? All right, she starts to lift here. So like I'm going to lift the bar off the ground. Position is by right here. You can see a little bit of a round in that upper back. We would like to see that. Let's see if you can see my cursor here. You cannot. But if you look at her upper back, Jake, maybe draw a line in here. Line on that upper back. Pow, 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 pow. Special effects. Draw a line on her upper back. You can see it's a little bit rounded. We like to see that flattened, maybe even accentuated in kind of like a hyperextended position, just to start the pull there so that you can put yourself in the best position. Now, knees. I can't really see them, so I don't really know what's going on there. But what I think is going on there is that they are probably straight ahead, and we can angle those out a little bit. So take your feet from here, point them like that. Knees track with that. What happens is the knees the shins stop pushing the bar so far forward. When they angle them out, the bar can start closer and stay closer to the center of mass. Now, as we start to break the ground, her hips kind of correct themselves, so she does sit her hips maybe a little bit too low. Nah, her hips are in a good position. I changed my mind. Watch the shins. Shins move back off the floor to clear room for the barbell. If you look at the bar here, the bar path is great. Bar path is really, really solid to the knee. Now is when shit gets funky. What do we see as we cross the knee? As we are excited to bring our hips through. Coach said hump the bar, and you best believe that I'm going to be humping away. Not me. That wasn't me. I didn't tell her to go hump the bar. Bring those hips through. Here we are at what should be our power position. Shoulders on top of the bar making contact with the thigh. That's good. We can see that the hips are already coming through. Heels are off the ground. There's only one direction that this bar can go. I'm not talking about the horrible band. I am talking about the fact that this bar is going to go forward. Pushes it forward. Elbows rotate back. So that's another thing that we see a lot. So let's just stop right here. Good extension position. Really good. How she got here wasn't ideal, but it's a good extension position. She should be using her lats to sweep the bar in a little bit more, not being worried about bringing her hips to the bar, bring the bar to you, but a good extension position here. Ankles, knees, hips extended, shoulders vertical, shrugging, throwing the top of her head through the ceiling. Like it. This is nice. And then we get to here. Now, in the elbows, at the elbow, rather, what we want to see is we want to see the elbows move up, loosen the grip on the bar, rotate under, and secure in that front rack position. 115, 125 pounds for Sydney is extremely, extremely light. She can deadlift well over 250 pounds, so this feels very light off the floor. So what she's thinking is she's just going to pull it with her arms and then put it in place, which ends up slowing down the movement because you're physically cranking your arms through, almost doing somewhat of like a reverse curl to get that into position. What we want to do is pull elbows high. Your arms are done. Now rotate under and secure and meet the bar. Instead, she is putting the bar where she wants. Constant active tension through the arms all the way when she could have been relaxing. What you get is you get this big bar separation here, and she's actually unable to even squat underneath it. One, because it's so far in front of her. Watch the forward jump here. Got to jump forward to meet the bar. Got to rotate my elbows and actively put it there. Get crashed on. Watch the ponytail. The ponytail tells the truth. Ponytail all over the place. Definitely got crashed on. But that's the clean right there. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. Now we're going to get into our jerk here. So good foot position. Feet are wide enough. Looks like the toes are angled out. She's got her, I don't even know what those are, New Balance Kirkland signature brand running shoes on. I think those are like Brooks. And I think they're like really expensive and nice, so I won't make fun of them. Not the best shoes for weightlifting, but I've heard they're good shoes for running. We are going to dip. Dip, I dip, you dip. So again, classic example of someone who's super strong is like, I'm just going to strength this shit over my head. Dips a little bit too far. Okay, way too far. Oh my God, Sydney, Jesus. Good thing we corrected this. Dips, 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 dips. Still going, still going, still going. And what happens when you over dip is that you do see this shift forward. So because we have a side angle here, we can see how pronounced this is. Watch the hips. Hips should move straight down, straight up. Ready? Here's the start position with your hips. Hips move straight down, hips move straight up. In this scenario, her hips move down and start to shift forward, and then she drives and keeps moving forward. Watch. So I made fun of the wall at first, but it's actually going to be helpful here. So watch where the bar starts. It's like right in between those two bricks. You see those bricks? Free bricks? Like right in between those two lines. Now, if you go, it's right at that line. Go straight up from Jake. Sorry for the heavy edits here, but I need you to draw a line. See that brick? I know you see it, Jake. Make sure you draw a line where that brick is. And then watch as she dips and drives where she ends up in respect to the line that I hope Jake drew. Oh, we're in front of it. Oh, we're in front of it. Oh boy, howdy, are we in front of it? I mean, we are at the next brick. Sydney, do a measurement. How long are those bricks? Probably like 12 inches, maybe? No, something like that. Average brick length. And we are at least half a brick ahead. What happens is the bar comes off her shoulders forward, and it becomes increasingly hard to put it up and back and get her head through. And she has to then press it out and put it back where she wants. So some inefficiencies here in the dip and the drive, the jerk as a whole. She could stop her dip right here. Maybe here. We'll give you that. By continuing to dip, you drive yourself forward, the bar goes forward, everything is forward, life is hard, pain and suffering. But it's a good save as a whole. 125, I think this was, maybe it was 135, 150, somewhere in the 115 to 135. I forget the weight. Forgive me, Cindy. It's a good save. It's a strong lift overall, but we can improve it. So we talked about all of those things that were discussed when she sent me this video. And now we are going to look at her after video. The angle has improved. Look at this guy back here in the back. Zoom in on him, Jake. What's he up to? Who knows? Seems like a troublemaker. Seems like a mischievous guy. All right, let us take a look at this one at full speed, and then we'll break it down like we did the previous one. Wow. Wow. Sydney. Beautiful. But drop the bar. For the love of God, just drop the bar. Be a badass. All right, let's take this one down. I mean, the improvements are massive, right? You watch it one time, you're like, wow, it's a completely different lift. 2-week difference, crazy. All right. What we notice, we can't see it as much from this angle, is that in her start position, she has fixed her back angle. You can see that it is, oh man, what just happened? You can see that her back is much flatter. She is setting her hips a little bit lower. She settled into a lower hip position to start, so she prefers that. And we see that nice, flat, even extended or hyperextended in the upper back, that thoracic spine region. All right, she maintains that nice back angle off the floor. Look at this. Look at that. That's nice at the knee. Let's see what happens as we cross the knee. Now we are at our power position here. Heels are up. It is improving. It's getting there. It's about improvements, not perfection, folks. Improvements and consistency over time. Drop that link. Go get the consistency over time apparel. All right. She comes into a nice extended position here. It looks muted in terms of the knee extension compared to the previous. That's just because of the angle that it's at. If you saw this from a straight side angle, you would see the exact same thing. So shoulders are shrugging. Knees, hips, ankles, all extended. Nice, powerful extension position here. We still do see a bit of a jump forward. But again, that's going to be a result of this right here. Hips come through. We push it forward a little bit. But what I want you to watch here is the arms and her grip. So what do we see? She is no longer trying to muscle that bar into position. She's extending, letting the bar come around, receiving the bar, not getting crashed on. You can even see, this is going to be tough to see. You can even see here in these frames, like watch her hand, watch her left hand, the one furthest away from the camera. What you'll notice is that she actually loosens her grip on the bar, which is perfect, lets that bar rotate around so she can comfortably receive it, rides it right down, and up she goes. Never loses position, elbows stay high. Let's watch that one more time through at full speed. Wow, a much improved clean as a whole. Kudos to you, Sid. Took those pointers and you turned them into something beautiful. Golf clap for you. All right, now let's take a look at this jerk here. Are we going to see the same magnitude of improvements? The dip, it is not as deep. I would say it is one frame too deep though. Here we're good. Now we start to get too far. So dip to here, reverse that momentum, and boom, drive up. She dips a little bit too far, and you can see that shift forward again. The shift forward is here to here. It's not as severe, not even close, But you can see that as she starts to drive, watch the heel that's closest to the camera does start to lift, so the bar is going to go forward a little bit on her. But look at this. Look at that power. Feet leaving the ground. And overall, what do we see is that with less of a shift forward in the dip, not dipping as deep, driving straight up, that bar lands, bam, comfortably where it should. And it's very easy to stand up. She doesn't have to jump forward, anything like that. It's a nice dip, drive, use the weight of the bar to push yourself under and secure it overhead. Much, much improved there. How's her bar slam? Is her bar slam improved? Sid, just drop the bar. She's proud of herself. She doesn't show it. She's very modest, but she's proud of herself. I'm proud of her, and you should be proud of her as well. And if you are proud of her, make sure you submit your own videos via DM. You can find me at @the_Squatfather, or you can send those videos to @GiftedPerformance, and you might find yourself on the next episode of Video Analysis with Squat Dad. This is a fun one. A lot of edits, a lot of noises, a lot of lines being drawn. We looked at how long bricks are. It was a good time. I hope you had as much fun as I did. I will see you on the next one. In the meantime, in between times, and always stay gifted. We love you.